All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and pumpkin connoisseurs. Bill again with B&S Giant Pumpkins, trying to break the 2,000 pound mark this year. As you can see, I did do a little tilling a couple of days ago just because my winter rye was going crazy and I couldn't handle it anymore. I got tired of weed eating it. Behind us, we have a couple plants back here, which we'll take a look at in a second. They're doing pretty good. They've been in the ground now for 9 days and they're starting to take off a little bit. Let's take a look. So I have my 2501 Bernstrom, my 2388 Liggett. Thank you to both gentlemen for helping me out with some seeds. It's a little weedy in there, not too bad. A little dry actually, but both plants are doing pretty good considering that it's been 82 today and it's gonna be 83 tomorrow. These little mini hoop houses, you really have to watch them. I have to open them every day because it gets extremely hot in there and it will definitely fry your plants. Gonna do some watering tonight. Not sure what I'm gonna put down yet, but I did make up a slurry of nastiness, which I will show you a picture of here in a few minutes. It was terrible. It was so terrible I actually dumped it out. I was not gonna put it on my plants. It looked like an oil slick. I mixed a couple different fungicide, insecticides, things together just to see what would happen, and I can't do it. I can mix some fertilizer up and be like, hey, I'll send that, but not this stuff. It looked like an oil slick on the ocean. So either way, this is hoop house number 1. Thank you, Charlie Bernstrom and Doc Liggett, for the plants or the seeds. They're doing well. And if you're looking at these, you're like, these plants are heading the wrong direction. They were planted the right direction, but they have turned on their own. So I would normally plant north to south, but the way this patch is laid out and the way I made it, I'm going east to west, and the plants have decided on their own to go north to south. So I will have some vine training to do here in the future, depending on what plant I keep and what plant I call. See you in a few minutes at the other patch. All right, guys, we made a stop before I got to the other patch just to show you my backup plants that are going in my lower patch. I have 3 patches. I have normally 100% germination rate, but unfortunately I'm at 50% right now, primarily because my grow room is no more obtainable with the temperatures we have and running the boiler with the air conditioner and the hot water heater. So I've tried to do these, I guess, manually with other means of heat. Either way, I'm not going to disclose what these 2 plants are yet because I don't want someone to have a bad reputation because I can't grow their plant. So either way, we have 1 up. I have some backup seeds that I'll start here probably in the next day or 2 if this other plant doesn't come up. But those are for the back patch. All right, guys, we made it to the other patch. We have 2 pumpkins in this patch as well. Once again, we have a 2501 Bernstrom and a 2388 Liggett. I do have these little probes in the ground that I bought just for my germination period. I don't trust their accuracy, but it gives me a ballpark. More I trust is my temperature, my thermostat, and what I can measure with my EC meter. This patch is definitely, it looks like just old rock clay nastiness. The nutrient levels test out though with the soil sample. It's just going to be difficult to manage moisture and compaction on this one because it will be compacted in a hurry. I did try to adjust some of that with some compost and some gypsum. Ended up with a calcium range somewhere around 4,000 on this patch, which is a little higher than what they say it should be. But either way, these plants are doing okay. The plant on the left, if we can see, edges of that leaf looks like it's deficient in something. Definitely not magnesium, because this patch is rating at 450 parts per million. So it's not magnesium. I even put a little Epsom salt in the water the other day. So we'll see. These aren't looking as good as the other one. Part of it, I think, is the heat. And that leaf's actually shriveled up a little bit. It's been, like I said, 80s past 2 days. I might need better air circulation. It might be too hot. Not sure yet. But we're going to water here in a few minutes. See if we can bring them out of what they're going through right now. Either way, patch number 2. All right, guys, we're back. We got the handy dandy little trailer set up here with 5-gallon buckets of sweetness ready to be put on the plants, or actually on the soil. I'm not putting anything on the plants, but little transfer pump, battery. Right now I'm only watering 5 gallons at a time, so no need to run my drip tape yet, because I still have to put amendments in the ground, waiting for all this rain to pass so it doesn't all wash out. Little slurry of loveliness here. It is not the oil slick I had before, but either way, we're going to do a little watering. Hopefully I can do this, but oops, I can't do that. I'm about to break down and buy one of those selfie stick things so I can set it up. Anyways, try not to get the plants. Get a little water here. Apparently I'm plugged up, or actually I'm not plugged up. I think I've turned around here. Time out for tiny tea leaves. Yep, I am off the shower. All right, sorry about that. Let's try that again. If we can get in here. Just watering the soil a little bit. Trying to get a little moisture, but not too much, because believe it or not, if you dig about 1 inch or 2 under this soil, it's pretty moist. Hoop houses, the minis definitely keep the moisture in. Just trying to get everywhere but on my plant. This mixture is probably about if you do CE, it's probably about a 2.5-ish. So right now I'm just trying to feed my soil a little bit of biologicals. I changed my mind on the fungicide and insecticide. You can see a little white powder on my plants. That's a little 7 dust I put on the other day because the flies were crazy in here and I'd already treated them. But I wasn't real sure that it worked, so a little 7 dust is not going to hurt anything, especially when they're closed up. There's no pollinators out. And right now we're just raining. Doesn't take long to run this 5 gallons out this way. And you don't have to worry about chlorine or all that stuff in your water if you have rainwater like I usually use, or I treat my water a week in advance if I can. But we're just letting it rain a little bit, moisten that soil up, hopefully get a little something down in around the plants. Not super concerned. I am puddling up there. That's not good. Heater don't, it'd be all right. Cables, they're all right too. Just like that. And that's the end. All right, let's shut this baby off. So, a little 5 gallons. I mean, it's a 6x8 area. Don't want to do that every day, because if you keep the soil moist on the top, you could run into problems. It's pretty moist anyways. Today was just more of a cool things off because it was hot. Tomorrow I will actually just fertilize the plants Probably a 2-foot diameter around them right now. Guessing that's where the roots are. Did put Azos, some starter packs from Wallace, Mycos, and the soil's been amended. So we'll see what happens. Just figured I'd show you what I do with my handy dandy Water 2000. Usually there's a 100-gallon tank on here, but don't need 100 gallons, so 5 gallons at a time. All right, guys, patch number 2. She's all watered, good to go. Not crazy about the leaves on this one. Leaves, however you want to say it. They looked fine this morning, but I think I got too hot in here today. I think this is more burn than anything, but I'm not sure. I am not a pumpkin genius by any stretch of the imagination. 3rd-year grower, 1st year actually really trying, so yeah. I might have said CEC or EC or blah, 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 whatever, I'm not sure. But the measurement with my cheap Amazon 8-in-1 water tester with a EC of 2.5 is what I got. Be honest with you, I'm going to have to order a better one because I don't know if it's really working the way it should be. But we all have trials and tribulations. We still have plants growing though, so I guess we're not out of the water yet, but we're going there. Definitely. I think it's more the soil because I do the same thing to each patch. It's either the heat or the soil, because my other plants, which are the identical plants to these two, have no issues. And I do the same thing to both patches. So could be soil. They could have got into one of those starter packs and didn't like it. Maybe I put a little more Azos or Mycorrhiza, I don't know. But they're still growing. Not a lot of difference in size, so we'll go from there. Either way, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any advice, please send it to me, because I'm winging it right now.